You're watching Fixing Up My Shit. Here is your host, Dave.O.
Hey, it's Dave, and I've got some new stuff to check out. I was on Amazon recently looking for some Bluetooth speakers, and I came across these as a bestseller. So the reason I chose these, the Oontz Angle 3, the reason I chose these was I was looking for a Bluetooth speaker to keep outside. So I was looking for something that was, excuse me, I was looking for something that was water resistant and had a little bit of a bump to it. And these came highly recommended on Amazon. So I figured I would buy a pair. Supposedly, if you buy the fourth generation, these will pair via Bluetooth, and then you'll have stereo left and right, or you can have the mono station 1 and 2. I also bought these. These are silicone cases for the speaker. We're going to try them on, and we're going to charge them up, and then we're going to see how they sound, and we're going to go through all the functions. Okay. Be right back. When you open up the box, you're going to find the speaker, the manual, and you're going to find the charging cable. The charging cable looks like a USB, but it's actually, oh, it's a USB-C. So for better integration, I'm going to put the cases on the speaker, and we're going to charge them, and let's see how they sound. Let's take a look at the speaker real quick. It's got a nice little weight to it. You can see there's 2 speakers in there. That's the bottom of the unit. That's the side. That's the back. That's the other side. Now this is supposed to be the subwoofer part. And it's got 2 drivers up front. So this is what it looks like when you have the rubber case on it. Now, as I was showing you before, see the little hole right there? That's a microphone. This has cutouts for the microphone and for the controls, and it fits pretty snugly. Pretty easy to get on. It's kind of intuitive, so I don't think I have to do an instructional. But I'm going to put the other cover on, and then we'll charge them. Okay, so I've charged up the speakers. I put one of them in the case. These are the case, or the 2 cases that I bought from Get Gear, sellers on Amazon. Let's go through some of the features. Here's your Bluetooth and your microphone. Your microphone's a little hole right here. It's your Bluetooth and your microphone. When you receive a phone call, that's the microphone that you talk into. And it's also what enables and disables your Bluetooth. Your play button, your dual rewind and track back button, depending on how long you hold it. If you hold it for 2 seconds or longer, it's a track back, and if you just tap on it, it's a volume control. Here's your volume plus, and also your track forward. Your pause and play, I'm assuming, would be on the same button. Here on the back is your power button, and then under this rubber flap is an auxiliary jack. See that? An auxiliary jack and your USB-C charging port. Okay. That's your subwoofer grill. And that's the bottom, and then of course these are your rubber feet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to attempt to pair a speaker to an auxiliary cell phone that I have. Alright, so when you press the power button, the blue light lights up, it's blinking. which means it is in pairing mode. So now I'm scanning on my auxiliary cell phone. Okay, so we're going to connect it now through Bluetooth on my auxiliary cell phone here. I scanned for it. This is how it came up on my phone. So that's what I'm paired to. I'm going to close that. So now I'm going to play some music. Did I do something wrong? Because I'm not hearing the music. So hopefully you heard that. Once it's connected to the Bluetooth on the phone, we should be able to okay. Now I was told they sound good loud, so let's turn them up a little bit. Wow, they sound pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna pause that for a second. All right, so this is just one speaker alone. Sounds pretty good. I mean, it is a plastic enclosure, so you kind of have that plasticky kind of sound. It's not like wood. Wood has a tendency to be a little bit warmer, where plastic has a little bit of a harsher sound. But at the price point, I think they were 24, 25 bucks. Sound decent. You know, some of the best speakers I've heard come from Altec Lansing, which really, for the price, again, great speakers. But what I really needed was to be able to pair two of them together to give me a fuller sound. These are rated at 100 meters. It can't be right. 100 feet probably. Yes, it's 100 feet. So you can set them up either as dual mono or left and right channels. I'm going to try them as left and right channels, and let's see how they sound. They sounded good. They sound like a good quality pair of maybe computer speakers, like you know, if you have a set of desktop speakers, decent, you know. I mean, again, they're not huge. If you see it against the size of my hand, it's not a huge speaker, you know. But I'm impressed. It's got two dual drivers and a subwoofer. So give me a second and we will pair these up. Okay, so here we go. Now, I know a lot of people frown on reading the directions, but I'm a bit of a dumbass, so I have a tendency of reading the directions. And they say to pair the two speakers, notice this one's blinking, this one's paired. Here, let me pull this into scene. Got my little Samsung auxiliary phone. I'm just gonna lay that down there. Okay. So right now, it's currently playing out of this speaker here. This is paired, this is not. Now, according to the instructions, if I hold this play button down for 3 seconds, these two shall pair together and there should be some kind of a message. So let's see.
Dual pairing. Left channel. Right channel.
Okay, I hope that came over through the microphone. Okay, so let's give it a shot now. Now, I hope that came through over the microphone, but really, they sound like a really good set of small bookshelf speakers. I mean, I got to be honest, for the price I paid, again, they run about 24, 25 bucks, 50 bucks for the pair. They're Bluetooth. They have got the auxiliary 1/8 inch jack, headphone jack, so you could plug in a microphone, or you could plug in anything that's not Bluetooth enabled that has a headphone jack on it. They sound great. So that was left and right channel. There's also a way to give you 2 speakers in mono, and since I'm kind of recording in mono, that's not really going to come through, so basically I'm just going to walk you through it. Okay, so we heard it in stereo, and now we're going to hear it in, or actually I'm just not going to play it because I'm recording in mono, but I'm going to walk you through the process of, let's say you have to have one speaker in one room and you want to put another speaker in another room. You can do that. They'll both go through a mono channel, and the way you do that is that you press the Bluetooth button, which is right here. Now you have to remember, anytime you're going to do anything, it's going to be through whichever speaker is connected to your device. Meaning, this becomes the controller for this and your phone. So when you get a phone call, it'll come through here. If you are going to pair another speaker to this, you have to do it through this device. This becomes like the master controller. Either one can be the master controller. It just depends on which one you connect to your phone or your tablet or your other device. Okay, and so here, this is your Bluetooth button. It says press it twice.
Dual mode.
If you heard that, that means now they're both mono speakers, and you could separate, like put one in the kitchen, one in the living room. They'll play the same content, whatever you're playing. Again, because I'm recording in mono, it's not going to sound any different than the last sound test. So I'm sorry that I can't give you a true representation, but the speakers do sound great. I really have no complaints. They're supposed to give you a decent battery life. I'm going to turn them back into stereo.
Left channel, right channel.
That's pretty cool. As far as the rubber little grippy case, I'm going to put it on. The reason I left it off, I'm sorry, my big old hairy arm. The reason I left it off was so that I could differentiate between the master and the slave. Now I'm going to put them on. And just so you know, with the lights, oops, sorry. You can see this one here has a darker blue light than this one over here. And so this is the master, this is the slave, and that's how you tell the difference. So let's say, you know, you've got something like identical rubber grippy thingies that go over your speaker. Well, at least now you know which one's the boss. Because it's always important to know who the boss is. Okay, so they're back in stereo mode. Put back my fishy video. Okay, that's the Oontz Angle 3 dual mode speaker. I bought these so I could hang them out in my garden, man, when I'm doing some gardening, just hanging out outside. They sound great. I mean, I didn't have super high expectations for 50 bucks. I wasn't expecting Bose quality. But if you just want something to listen to, it sounds kind of cool, I'd go with it. All right, talk to you later. I had an issue with the sound that I recorded last night. The speaker sound was so loud that it was too hot for the microphone and it distorted on the audio. So it's the next day. I've got the speaker set up in my little garden shed in the backyard. I wanted to show something before I even did the sound test. You can hear them in the background playing. This is the phone that I'm using to broadcast to the speakers. The speakers are on the inside of that tent. We're going to go over there in a second, but that's how far I'm broadcasting to. So here we go. That's the phone. That's where we're going. That's the door. Let's go. Okay, so this is the music from the speakers that's playing right now. I want to officially welcome everybody to Raccoon Run here at my place. We get some daily visitors. As you can see, the food bowls are out, and I'll let you guess what kind of visitors they are. Welcome to Raccoon Run. This is my little garden area here. Up in the corners are the speakers. They're running from a phone that's inside of there out to here, and it's running in stereo. The instruction manual said something to the effect of that it has a 100-foot range, and I don't know exactly what the distance is from where the phone is to where the speakers are. That one in the corner there, that's the master, that's the slave. They sound great. I mean, I'm not getting any stuttering or buffering or any kind of latency, or they just sound great. And they're in stereo, and they're wireless, and they're water resistant. They're perfect for what I need. You know, they're small speakers, so they don't really have the bass response, but at this setting right now, this is like one click less than 10, whether that's 9 or 8.5, or I don't know, but this is one click less than 10, and this is going to be a sound test, what they sound like outside. All right, now what I'm going to do is head out to where the bee's knees are. Now, the bee's knees, that corny old saying actually carries a little bit of weight around here. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because, and some followers and viewers of Tim Huffman's B channel might recognize, this is the D yard. And these, my buddy Tim takes care of here on my property. And this is also an audio test because the speakers are all the way, where's the tent? All the way down there. So we're gonna walk over in this direction. Alright, and now we got one of my little garage tents here. We'll walk over to it. And again, this is coming from down yonder. Now I can hear the music crystal clearly. At full 10, it was a little distorted. That could have been because of my phone or the speakers. They're not the biggest speakers, so of course they're going to distort quickly, but they sound great. And actually you can hear the bass a little bit better back here than you can close up. Alright, so that's my sound test version 2.0. Let's see how it sounds.
Thanks for watching Fixing Up My Shit with Dave.O. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below.